Good morning, Happy New Year, and I hope that you've had a good holiday. I'm out again now. It's between Christmas and New Year's on a Thursday. Before sunrise. Sunrise is in about an hour. I thought I'd get up early and out to set myself up to see if I can get anything today, because today is the only time I can go out in a little while. But as you can see probably behind me here, there's a light behind me. No idea what that is. I was gonna go and set myself up further up here until sunrise, because sunrise is in that direction. So I can look from over here up over to see if I can get some nice shots of the sunrise perhaps, even though it's gonna be a grey day probably, but if there's working over there on a very early morning, I don't know, machines, what they're doing up there. Don't know if I can, but I'm gonna go over there and check what is actually happening. So I'll see what spot I can find to set myself up at and get some shots, hopefully today, if there isn't too much rain, but we'll see. From the looks of it, there was a tractor up there moving some piles of dirt or something. So I won't be able to set up there. So I'm gonna walk to another place, see if I can, if it's a good place to set up for the sunset and everything. I've seen one deer though, so far actually, run across the field here behind me. Still too dark though, so I couldn't really see what type of deer, but and of course I couldn't then shoot anything, but hopefully when it gets a bit brighter, because the blue hour is just about to start, when it gets a bit brighter I will manage to get something. Last time I was out, this area was more or less full with trees. I mean, they had cut down some before, but now it's completely empty. So now both sides of this area are more or less entirely cut down. I wonder what that will do to how the wildlife around here moves around. I will have to check it out, this area more, to see if they cross over, walk across this. But that will be after New Year's. I don't get a better sunrise than this. I knew it was going to be great today, but didn't think it was going to be this great. So it's a bit sad. But it is a bit brighter now, so at least if there is something walking out of the woods, I will be able to see it. So I've found my spot now, where I'm going to sit for a few hours, because I have sight lines in pretty much all directions of me. And I've been here before, so I know that deer do walk out here. So hopefully they do today as well, but who knows really. But for the last hour later I'm gonna go back to my regular spot where the tractor was earlier to see if I can get anything there. But until then, let's see what I can get here. No luck at that field. No animals wanted to present themselves. But I think probably the weather isn't good enough today. It is really grey. It was very misty this morning, and now it started to rain a bit. So probably all the animals are seeking shelter or hiding from the bad weather this sad grey day. Or sad, I don't know. But yeah, this grey day. But I'm heading back to the other place, and I'm stopping by some other places on the way to see if I can see something, but hopefully I'll get something before I go home today. Out of the forest, and I managed to scare off some deer. I was walking through to get to this place here, and I saw something through the trees, something white. I was like, nah, it's just the stone covered in snow or something like that. So I just kept on walking, and then all of a sudden it just leapt, followed by many other deer. So sadly I didn't really get anything off them. And now, coming out here to the place where I usually am at, I actually see nothing on the fields themselves. No deer or anything. So it's about an hour left until I take the bus home. So I'm gonna venture up to where I found the deer, in the vicinity of them at least. It'll be very, very quiet to see if I can perhaps sneak up on a few of them. So I managed to catch a few glimpses of the deer, but never got any shots of them. But what I did find instead was a fox or a badger set. I don't know if it's in use though, couldn't see that, but I saw that there are defined paths in and out from it. So I'm gonna check that out closer to spring to see if there is any life there. But now I'm gonna grab the bus home. Not much luck today, but then again, with this weather I didn't really think I would get that lucky. But yeah, next time I'll be back will be after New Year's. Hopefully then some more snow, because this is just dull and boring. But we'll see.